basic. Okay, it's not really related to the course, but this is something which will be very important in this course. Okay, which is to deal with your professional weaknesses and how you can develop them. Okay. Okay, so why are we discussing the professional weaknesses in this course, or why we are starting with this topic? Because having personal weakness, okay, some people think that since I'm not good with this, I will fail every time. I'm not good with maths, I'm not good with writing, I'm not good with speaking, I'm not good with listening. Okay, so I will fail every time. So first thing is you have to get this thing, this mentality out of your way. Okay, having a weakness, nobody is perfect. Okay, everybody has one or two weaknesses or maybe more, but it doesn't mean you will fail. So you have to continue on your path despite these weaknesses. Okay, I have heard students tell me that and go out in the final years, the third and fourth year. Okay, there are some students who came to me that I never do good in the exam. When I sit for the exam, I know everything, but I cannot do good in the exam. Okay, so they have already made up their mind that in the exam I want to do good. Okay, so that means what? Any profession which you choose, this will be the biggest barrier for you. Any profession, it's not about civil engineering only. There is no profession in which you don't go out of your way to do something which makes you feel uncomfortable. Okay, and I've been talking a lot, so you will never believe me that I didn't used to talk at all. Okay, it was horrible. But anyways, so we move with it. Okay, you never think that because I'm not good with one thing, I'll fail every time. Okay, so every weakness is an opportunity for growth and development. Weakness is not the indicator of failure. It is an opportunity. Take it as an opportunity to grow and develop yourself. Okay, so a successful engineer has weaknesses. He or she makes mistakes. Okay, nobody is perfect, right? Okay, so everybody makes mistakes. A good doctor makes mistakes. A good lawyer makes mistakes. Okay. Good teacher makes mistakes. If a good teacher makes mistakes, you can think about what I will do. Okay. So, but a good engineer is the person who will recognize the mistake, who will find out what was the reason for having this mistake, the weakness, and he or she will try to improve it. Okay? So until you have this mentality with you, okay, you can become a good engineer. Whatever weakness you have, whatever mistake you are making right now. Okay? But you have to take the responsibility that this happened because of me. This is my weakness, and you have to work on improving it. Okay? One of the major problems with engineers in general, I'm not talking about only civil engineers or only you guys, engineers in general are not good with communication. Okay, I'll give you an example. And I have seen, I don't know whether you guys have listened to some of the doctors, medical doctors. Okay, they have gone in the field of being motivational speakers and influencers and religious speakers and so on. Okay? I know some doctors which are very good at it. Okay? And if you look at it, if you go to a doctor, okay, and you say, I have this problem. Okay? 50-60% of the time, they will say, go and do this test first, and then I will tell you what happened. I don't know. Okay? So for doing that test, they may take your blood. Okay, they may cut you, they will take fees, and so on, right? Okay. Until now, you don't know what happened to you. Who asked you to do the test? Doctor. Are you doing it? Yes. All of us do, right? We don't know what happened. We already spent the time and the money to go to the doctor and pay him and what, and then he said, I don't know. Let's go and find it out. Okay, and then you went to somebody else and you are doing all these things. Okay, Now if you come to an engineer, okay, and you tell him I want to construct a villa, this is your problem. Okay. The engineer will have very hard time convincing you that I cannot do it. First you give me this, then I will do it. Okay? Like the case with the doctor, he didn't do anything yet, but you are willing to spend more money and more time on what he is saying without giving you any medicine or without giving you any diagnosis. Okay. What happened, what we should do, we don't know. Okay. Just first do this. Okay. If you go to an engineer, I want a design for a villa, I want a design for a building. He says, no. First you bring key for me and then give me the software and then a laptop. Okay, and then I will work for you. It doesn't work like this. Okay. Just an example. But the point is, engineers are usually weak in communication. Okay. They are weaker than the other professions. Okay, let us say it like this. If you talk about a doctor or a lawyer, okay, or people who are in the other fields, engineers are usually placed lower. Okay, and we did our own surveys for our program for our students from the industry, and the item that the aspect that got the lowest ranking is this. Okay, it's not like they got 0 in communication, but it is less than their technical knowledge. Okay, so technical parts are stronger, communication is usually weaker. Okay, for engineers, that is a general trend. Okay, weaker doesn't mean they cannot speak at all. They can, yes, but it's not as good as what they know. Okay, you're getting my point. So I know a lot of things, but if I ask you to explain it, you will have problems. Okay, that doesn't mean you don't know. Okay, or that doesn't mean you are not trying. You are trying. Okay, but that part is usually lower. Yes.
I think that part of the personality, not of the your engineering or factor.
People say this. Okay.
From what I say,
Huh?
from what I see in the modern engineering, most of them they are famous. Can't see it in,
No, you know who are famous.
yeah, like that.
You know who are famous. Okay, and most of them, to be honest, most of them are technically
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Close
they are less.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so they are more in this and that. You have heard the story of the Apple guys, right? The 2 Steves. Steve Jobs will come in your dreams. Okay.
Okay, no, see that.
There are 2 Steves, right? In the Apple company, there were 2 Steves. One was Jobs, the other one is still alive, wasn't yet. You don't know about him, right? You don't know about him. Okay. He was a technical brain. Steve Jobs was the dreamer. Okay. The motivator.
So you know the
Okay.
famous.
You know the famous one.
Okay.
Very much. Okay, so the specialization was Steve Jobs was not the technical part. He knew what is happening, but he was not the person who was doing it. Okay, the person who is doing it is low. Okay, you know him, although he died. You don't know the other one, he is alive. You should kill him as well. Everybody will know. Okay, you know about Tesla, right?
Yeah, we know about
Yes.
Tesla.
Because he died.
Yeah, we know about Tesla.
Because he died. Like to know somebody, the person has to die, right? You know the story of Tesla, like the story which is famous. He invented many things, but it never came out with his name. Okay, that's what the person who stole it. And you see, it takes good skills to steal someone and then sell it with your name, especially if it is something related to innovation. You're getting my point? Okay. If I steal your innovation from you and I can sell it with my name,
Your person. like that.
yes, it takes a lot of confidence, it takes a lot of skill. Okay, it's not like I will take this tablet and give it to someone for 10 BD, that's easy. Okay, I But to take somebody's innovation and sell it with the name takes a lot of skill. Okay, the example I gave for Steve Jobs. He didn't steal it, but that person was working with him, but you don't know that well. Okay, so that's why I'm saying. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That engineers normally they can leave or lag behind, not because of their technical skill, but because of their communication skill. Somebody who is better communicator can go even ahead of you, even if he doesn't know as much as you.
I can give you an example like that. In the same villa you want to construct it, maybe you can say there are 4 engineers.
Yeah.
Only one of them, they are, you can see it every time, like that, take picture. Maybe they are one of the behind engineers, they are all doing all the work, but you will know that one, the front.
Yes. Yes.
So that's about the skills you will say.
Yeah. And even in engineering, those people who are, it's not only about getting famous. Okay, I'm not saying if you become a good communicator, you will. We are preparing you to become an influencer on Instagram. All of you are already, right? All of you are already there, right? You have your own pages and you are, sorry? Okay. But you will become, right? No? You will do, right? With your bike and so on, no? No? I have guys who then they reach 3rd year, final year, they know as what they are getting in civil engineering. So they prefer to become an influencer. Okay? Or open an abaya shop or something. Okay. Anyways, the point is, so like you are saying, we don't want to have a career in social media and become an influencer or something like this. Okay? What? See, he's on the way. Okay? So the point is, even if you don't want to go in this field, you want to remain a pure civil engineer. Okay? People who are good with this, they excel in their field as well. I already gave the examples, give the famous examples. But let's say you take a small project, the one which we gave for a villa. Okay? A good engineer who is a good communicator will have better relationship with the clients. He can negotiate better prices. He can get his way.
Also bit more.
Could be. Okay? So these skills, communicating, talking, okay, they are normal barriers for engineers, but if you improve on them, it can help you a lot even if you are purely in the engineering field. Okay, so normally the problem is that we have fear of public speaking. Okay, we usually avoid contact or discussion or confrontation at the larger stage. Okay, I'm in a meeting, somebody says no, you cannot. Many people will just they will not argue, they will not move ahead. Okay, so this all comes under this. Okay, so while you have this weakness, while you have this fear, you are losing opportunities to influence, not on Instagram, influence a client, influence a contractor, influence your colleagues, influence your workers who are working under you. Okay, so you are missing on communicating ideas. You have a very good idea, but you cannot explain it properly. Okay, so or advance professionally. Okay, so while you will go for jobs, you have to give interviews, you have to prepare CVs. Okay, you will go for promotions. So the promotions are also depending upon what you are showing, right? Okay, so they are normally people at the higher level, they don't have time to come and check on site the log sheet. Okay, who is coming early in the morning, late at night, and all. Okay, so these skills play a big role. Okay, so these skills like confidence and presentation skills are as important as your technical skills. Okay, and like you develop your technical skills. So you are taking maths courses, right? Physics courses, chemistry, okay? So what are you doing? You are improving on your technical skills, okay? You may have learned some software like what? MATLAB, right? Nobody says AutoCAD because I taught them. So they will not say this. But when you learn about, this is a skill, right? This is a technical skill, programming skill. Okay, so if you can learn programming skills, if you can learn solving skills, problem solving skills, you can also develop yourself and learn about presentation skills, communication skills. Okay, so going back to the first point is, if you are weak in something, that doesn't mean that you will always remain like this. Okay, so don't compromise on yourself. Okay, I have this problem, I'll always have this. No. Okay, when you entered into university, you didn't know MATLAB. Okay, you didn't know AutoCAD, you still don't know.
No, we don't know.
Huh? How? Okay, so many people have fear of speaking in front of others. Okay, they are, and especially the students. This is the thing which I was talking about earlier. The last time I taught this course, I had a very bad experience with the students who, like, there were people who said, if I said you have to say something to others, that they will start making faces. Okay, one of them fought, like, everybody fights. In every course I have a girl or a boy who fights. So I had fights because of this. Okay. Why are you asking us to present? Why should I go there and present? That's one thing. So if you are going to that extent, that means you have a problem, right? Okay, you are confronting me for 5 minutes for a 30-second speech. That means you have a problem. Okay, so many students have fear, or they have problem, not fear. Okay, but they have problem speaking in front of others, even if those others are their own colleagues. Okay, or the teacher, or even public. So the fear comes from because everybody is looking at you. This is a major problem, right? Most of the people, maybe you don't put it like this, but the main problem is when everybody starts looking at you. Okay, so that's when the fear comes, right? Some people feel pressurized. Okay, that now everybody is paying attention to me. Okay, not the case with us. So the reasons behind fear of public speaking are fear of judgment. What they will think about me. Okay, what will they think about me? Fear of judgment. Will they think I am a good speaker, a bad speaker? Will they think I don't know anything, I know something? Okay, so fear of judgment is a big problem. Fear of making mistakes. What if I go there and I forget something? Okay, what if I go there and I have, especially, I believe you guys as well, because English is not our first language. Okay, so what if I go there and there is a word in English and I cannot pronounce it properly? Okay, what if I go there and my shirt has a spot on it? Okay. So many people have this, that I will make a fool of myself because I committed a mistake. Okay, so this is another problem. Belief that everybody is watching and criticizing. They are looking at me and they are noting down what are my weaknesses. They are looking at my hands and my face. Okay, my hairs are not done properly. I'm not using my hands. I'm too short. I'm too fat. Okay. People are thinking like this. Okay, if I'm going in front of everybody, they will see and they will say, okay, his or her shoes have a problem. Okay, so that's why they have this. You know that thing, right? That's okay. That's a very good thing. For people who are starting, you can like stand in one place and you can do this. It don't happen. Okay, but so these are the problems. The problems are, you can see the problems are mainly related to if people, what people will think about, right? All of them are making judgment. They will criticize me, they will note down my mistakes. All of them are about what? That people are looking at me and they are looking for my mistakes, they are looking for my weaknesses. Okay, so the last point is, even now, okay, like even if you are looking at me, it's not naturally possible that you pay more attention to me than yourselves. Right or wrong? If the AC is little bit up or down, this will be your biggest concern, right? Not what I am saying. Everybody is saying yes. Come on, have some respect. Huh? But the main thing is, when you are standing in front of others, you have to keep in mind that others are others, they are not you. So the amount of attention you are paying at yourself, they will not do the same thing with you. Okay, they are more concerned about you themselves. Okay, am I sitting properly? Is my chair comfortable? Okay, if I do like this, will I sleep peacefully or not? Okay, things like this. So the important fact you have to keep in mind for fear of speaking in front of others, that people are not focusing so much on you. You have to keep in your mind. Okay, why public speaking is important for engineers. So engineers have to explain ideas to others. They make designs, they do project budgeting, they make project plans, okay, and in many cases they are making the policies as well. There are many people who are in the ministries, okay, at the higher level, director, what they call, assistant under secretary, vakil something, vakil masala, something. Okay, right? Yeah, so there are many engineers who are at that level. Okay, who are at that level. So now at that level you understand now, they are not talking about quantity of concrete or how much formwork you need. Okay, they are talking about the entire country. Okay, and some of the projects, for example, you take example of metro project. Okay, it's a big project, right? How big? Anybody has an idea about the cost?
Maybe 200 million.
See?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. So the person who came up with the idea, and who has to prepare the design and the plan, and who has to convince and go to the minister and tell them that this will be the benefit, these are the costs, who is he? He's supposed to be an engineer. Okay. So you have to explain ideas, and the ideas are not only about how to fix the door, okay, or how much labor you need on the site. These things are also important. Okay, for a person who is constructing a villa, even these things are important. Okay, so you should be able to explain these things properly and clearly as well. Okay, but it can get at a much higher level. Okay, as you progress in your career, you are not talking about these small things. You are talking about big things. So you must be able to speak fluently in front of others, so you can explain your ideas.
So you can earn the trust like that.
Yes. So you have to defend your decisions. You prepare a design, okay, and you are using what type of cement?
High quality.
Huh? Portland cement. This is what you came up with. Okay, no. Okay, we have sulfate resistant cement, for example. Okay, so sulfate resistant cement is usually more expensive. Okay, so you came up, we will use sulfate resistant cement in your building. Okay, and that will increase the building cost by 10%. Why? Why should I pay 10% more?
Maybe they have more strength with less quantity of use.
I'm not asking question. Relax. Okay. The client may say, why should I pay 10% more? Okay, so now you have to defend your decision. a market, right? It's an open market. So if you cannot defend your decision doesn't make any sense. I'm not hiring you.
And he also see he's told.
Yeah. Okay. And it can happen with your boss as well, not even the client. Your own boss can say, why are you doing this? Okay. Why are you doing for precast? For precast, I have to go to the factory and bring it and so on. Okay. Make concrete on the site. It's easier for you. Okay. So you have to defend your decisions. So people will argue you. They will question you. They will say, don't do this, do this. Okay. So you have to defend your decisions. You have to communicate with teams.
The workers like that.
Yes.
An organization.
You are always working in a team. You are always working in a team. Always. Okay? And working in a team doesn't mean that you are always a leader. And it doesn't mean if I'm not the leader, I will just stay silent. Okay? Because that team is affecting everybody, right? If the leader is saying something, you have another point, you cannot communicate, or I will stay silent. You are risking everybody. Something will go wrong, that will be on the whole team. Okay, this team did this. Okay, on the whole company did. Okay. So communicating with the teams is important, and then you have to present reports and proposals. You have to do something which is technical. You prepare your design, you prepare your design, drawings and specifications. Okay, at the end you have to present it. Okay, you are doing the presentation in front of people who may not be engineers. Okay, I already gave the example of people who are in the ministries. So one person in the ministry is an engineer who is doing it. The director is an engineer, but he is going and presenting to Minister of Finance. He is a guy from finance, right? He is not an engineer. You still have to explain what you have done to him as well, or her as well. Okay, so the main point is poor communication does not mean lack of knowledge. You may still have knowledge. You have done very good work. You have very good idea. Your decision is very important and it's the best decision for the project. But if you cannot communicate properly, you will lose on these things. Okay, so and obviously it has an effect on you because it will hide your abilities. Okay, people will not know how good you are. Okay, and can they do the other way around as well? People think you are good and you are just like me. Okay, we will do one couple, right? What happened? It's supposed to be two. Okay, I don't know what happened with activity 2, but activity 1. Okay, so you have like 5 minutes. Okay, you prepare something for yourself. Yes.
I will do the first one.
Okay. No, I was the first one. Okay, you write something for yourself on which you can speak for 1 minute. Anything. Any idea of your choice. No problem. Okay? Okay? Anything. And civil engineering, marine, Ramadan, anything. Okay? You have 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, you come here for 1 minute. Okay? 30 seconds to 1 minute, no problem.